Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I'm going to go over some June faves and flops. And these are makeup items in this particular video. I'll be doing another video of non-makeup items in a few days. I might do that on the 4th, I'm not sure. So definitely have to look out for that, because that's there's a lot of fun things in that one. So I guess the first thing I should start with is the Nordstrom sale in June. I did buy a few things. I didn't go hog crazy because I didn't really see a whole bunch of things that I thought were, of course, all the stuff I liked wasn't really on sale. But I wound up getting the MAC BB cream in Light Plus, and I think it was on sale. It's you know, kind of a moussey BB cream. There's a little bit of coverage. I'd say it's very light coverage. And the Light Plus didn't cover enough for me, so what I had to do was add some of my DermaBlend drops to it, and it actually is kind of good because it made it perfect, and it'll stretch these out a little bit because they can tend to be a little expensive. So the BB cream is not bad. You do have that SPF zinky kind of smell though, like, you know, the lifeguards at the beach kind of smell. So the BB cream was okay, but I think it needed a little bit of help, a little bit of oomph to get some color in there. And I like to have a little bit of coverage with a BB cream. Also from Nordstrom, I did get the Charlotte Tilbury powder. I love Charlotte Tilbury's powder. I was normally getting the light shade in this, and this is the medium. And I just thought I would try doing the medium in the summertime because I'm slightly darker than fish belly white in the summer. It doesn't last very long, but I thought I would use the Charlotte Tilbury for that. And also over the top of a lighter foundation that didn't really work out for me, which I'll discuss in a moment. And the other thing I got was an old standby. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And this is in NW15. I wear an NW18 for the foundation, so I've got a 15 here for the concealer. And I like MAC concealer. I don't have a problem. And I think MAC has some really good products, and yeah, I think they've got some great stuff. I don't know why. I think it's because they're always so rude to me when I go to the MAC store not too far away, and I hate rudeness. I'd rather support places that are nicer. I don't know. And I get MAC, usually I'll buy it online. I don't go into this store because they're just awful there. I did review this product line in June, and there were very few favorites. This was one of the favorites. CYO, which means create your own, or color your own or create your own. They want you to mix and match everything to create the perfect look for yourself. So they said that you can decide what the initials stand for. This is a byproduct of Boots, which is a big pharmacy kind of place. It's kind of like CVS over here in the States. Boots is kind of like that over there in England. And this is a sideline of theirs. I did make a big fuss over it, but I think it is really important to mention that all of their powder products say that you can't get into your eyes with them. You can't get them into your eyes where it's dangerous, and rinse them right away. Even their eyeshadows. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, your eyeshadows. I mean, I'm always, you know how, like, after you've been working all day or whatever, you come in, when cleaning your face at night, there's always some, I call it eye snot, but there's always some stuff from your mascara or your eyeshadow stuck there in the corner. So CYO Foundation, though, I really like this. I thought it was great, and I had heard about this from Susan on Little Poet. She's a Little Poet. She's a singer-songwriter. She does really artsy, kind of artful, beautiful sort of videos where she has some music. She shows you scenes in her life and her little dog Desi, and she just has a beautiful voice and beautiful sense of style. She can go into a thrift store and make it look like the events of a lifetime. So anyway, she loved this foundation, and it just, you know, I went to all the Walgreens near me, and none of them had it. None of them had the CYO. I had to buy it online, and it's got a really good color range. There's a lot of colors here. So This particular color, 104, is my color in the CYO, and I'm kind of a medium light, a little bit of a neutral to warm tone, undertone. I'm kind of green and kind of blue, so I don't know what that means, you know, when you look at your veins. So CYO, good foundation. I wouldn't recommend the powdered products, and I have some lip products, I think, that they made it. I think their brow product and their lip products made it. I was going to review a brand called Flesh this past month, and I heard that they were a side company of Revlon, so I went and I thought, you know, I haven't used Revlon products in a long time except for the lipsticks, so let me go and try a few things. So I did, and I actually like several of the Revlon products. You know, I kind of ran into now the eye primer was really good. This is the Photo Ready eye primer and brightener, and it has a little bit of a tint to it. So if you've got, and I hate this kind of, I hate that kind of thing where it's a brush, but it's a slightly light peach color. When you put a little bit on your lids and rub it in, it's good. It holds the shadow on. It lasts a while. It doesn't crease. I thought it was really nice, and I don't think I'd ever tried this one before, but it's the Revlon Photo Ready eye primer. The other thing from Revlon that I did like is the Age Defying 3-By, and it is a hydrating anti-aging formulation foundation. It's a good, mediocre kind of drugstore foundation. I have a slightly dark shade for myself, but I thought it was nice. It has a little bit of a glow to it, a little bit of a shimmer. Your skin looks healthy with it on, and I like that. And even with my sometimes dry skin, this seemed to work really nicely over it. I don't believe I've tried this particular one. They have several different foundations, as you know, the Outlet, you know, all those. But I do like this one. This is the Age Defy 3-By. So good job, Revlon. I think they did a good job on that. I also wanted to try some of their stick and cream products just because their new line, which is called Flesh, is a stick foundation, and thank goodness they're nothing alike. They are nothing alike. So speaking of Flesh, I know everybody's been making fun and you know, having a good laugh and a good joke at this brand, but I'm very impressed with how the foundation worked. I actually went and got a darker shade. This is called Pudding, number 10. I think I had the number 8 before, but this is Pudding, number 10. And this is a much closer match. I've got it on today. I really like it. I think it's a wonderful foundation. I have large pores, I have a lot of lines, and it did go a little bit into the lines, but once I patted it in, powdered my face, and did the rest of my makeup, this lasted the whole day. And it's like freaking hot here in Connecticut this week. We hit 100 degrees yesterday afternoon. It was terrible, and I had this on. It was just fine. It did not melt down, and I think that's pretty cool. Flesh is kind of like to Revlon what Lancome is to L'Oreal. You know, it's one of their brands, but it's a high-end brand, and the ingredients are different. And I had mistakenly said that this foundation was, I think I said it was like $38 or something. It's actually $18. I apologize to you, Flesh, for misquoting the pricing on this. It's only $18, so it's definitely worth a try. I like it. I like it, and you know, instead of calling it nudes, which nude usually brings about a thought of maybe light tan or beige, you know, fish belly white girls. So they decided to call it Flesh because they covered a whole broad spectrum of skin colors, and there's 40 shades, which is really good, taking on after the Fenty line and some of the other really, you know, ahead of their time companies are doing this. They're putting out more shade ranges, and I like that. And there's undertones that are slightly different. There's you know, of course, you've got some olive undertones, you've got red undertones, neutral undertones, pink undertones, golden undertones, and just a broad range of colors, and I think they did a great job with this. And even though it's small, it's compact. You only need a few swipes of this on your face and you blend it in. I've tried it with my hands, it works fine. I've tried it with a sponge. It works okay, but I think the buffing it in with a brush, a thick brush, something like this, maybe a flat top kabuki brush, works really well. I like it. I think it's just fine. I think, you know, people are just getting, these are the same people that don't think twice about saying they like Deep Throat Blush from NARS. They're all up in arms over the word flesh, and well, some of the words are a little bit physical, I guess you could say, but I like it. I would get more of this, and I had mentioned in my last video that I hadn't tried the eyeshadow palette because I'm not a big fan of Revlon eyeshadows. Okay, I have to say that. I just, you know, they were okay, but they're nothing special. They're kind of powdery, not that great. And the people at Flesh watched my video, and they sent me a gift. They sent me a Flesh eyeshadow palette, and I think that is just so nice of them to do that. I mean, I'm not target market for a lot of makeup companies, and it's a big risk to send me anything, as anybody knows, because I'm terribly honest about how I feel about products. And I have to say, I'm wearing the eyeshadows today. I'm going to get real close to the camera so you can see. Really, really nice. Really, really pretty eyeshadows. They don't feel like the Revlon shadows at all. And the lady who's the creative director, I believe, at Revlon is the one who came up with this idea. It's a nice mirror. It folds down. You can keep it like this, or you can fold it up and use the mirror part. Big pans. This is, and they've got kind of a nice little brush with this. I used a different brush, but anyway, nice pans. Look at this. You've got your base eye. Now, I did use the white as my base, which I'm not really fond of using a shimmer shade for my base. I usually like to use a matte pale color for my base, but this worked all right, and it did kind of, you know, put a little bit of a sheen on my eyes. I put this in my crease. I put this on the edges, on the corners, and then I used a pencil tip brush in this, and I also used the green, and I used a little bit of the pink in the center here. So I think the only color I didn't use was this one. I did line under my eyes with this bronzy color. And you want to swatch? You want me to swatch? I'll swatch. Let me swatch. Okay, we'll start here with these three. Yeah, I just did these three here. And they have names, but I'm not going to go over it because I don't look at the names when I'm putting eyeshadows on. I don't care what the names are. But I'm sure they're clever. The next row is this. And the last row, which is kind of the basics. Really nice black on that. Hello. One thing good about having bat wings on your arms is you've got room for a good swatch. So there they are. I'm really impressed with these. They feel very creamy. They feel almost like Viseart shadows. That's, you know, it kind of shocked me. I'm wondering if they're made, you know, by the same people. You really wonder. They're far more high quality than I thought they would be. Now the this shade and this shade, I actually had to foil to get them to go on really well onto my eyes. You know, you could see them when I foiled them. They seemed to come out much, much better on there. And by foiling, I mean you take a little spray onto your brush and then you put it in. And this is just the MAC fix. Put it on your brush almost like, and it makes your brush a little bit wet and just go out along the edge of the eyeshadow. When you pack it on that way, it's slightly wet. It makes the color come out almost like a foil. It's so shiny. It's really pretty. So I think, oh, this color is kind of interesting. It's kind of a taupey color. And I'll have to work with that on the center of my lid at some point. But this is an excellent, these two are excellent. This one's excellent as a crease color, and this one is excellent as a corner color. I use the black in between. I have false lashes on. Yeah, I don't know, it's nice. But there's that green is so pretty. It's kind of a light greenish gold. Really, really pretty. And the white is a shimmer. It is a shimmer white. Yeah, that's really pretty. So I'm very impressed with the eyeshadows. They did work really well. Let me read the names off, because I know you're dying to know these names. Now this is $38. This was the $38 price tag. So it's Espresso, Unveil, Rush, Chasm, Taste, Feeling, Mind, Touch, and Nerve. And the little brush that comes with it, you can pack on stuff with it, or if you turn it on the side, you can line with it, and I do like that. You can do some good detail work with it. I usually don't find that I use the little brushes that come with palettes all that often, but I do. I did try this one, and I've since cleaned it. So thank you, Flesh, for the eyeshadow palette. I think that was really cool of you to send that to me, especially since I screwed up on the pricing. But I liked this brand. I really did. I think it's great. This is Revlon's hat in the ring into the high-end market. The pricing is higher than Revlon Cosmetics because the ingredients are much higher quality ingredients. They're different ingredients, expensive ingredients. And the feel of the eyeshadows compared to the Revlon palettes, night and day. It's night and day. So yes, Flesh, this was the eyeshadow palette. Excellent, excellent. Also from them, and I did like this one, this is the Pulse Blush. You guys. Very, very nice. Let's see if I can just... You get a really nice natural flush there. Very, very pretty. I do like that. So I'm keeping the blush. What else did I get from Flesh that I liked? I had one lipstick that I liked, so I bought a second one. The first one that I already demonstrated was Hungry, which is kind of a light, warm-toned nude. This is Hungry. I made fun of the fact that the color on the cap, that you can pull the cap off and sample, is lighter than the color in the tube. I noticed the same thing with the other one. It's slightly lighter on the end cap than it is in the tube. So if that's important to you. Let's see. I'm going to twist my bat thing around. Yep, this is Hungry. And this is the perfect nude, slightly peachy shade. Really good. Hungry. And because I liked Hungry so much, I bought Chew. This is Chew. And this is a slightly more pinker tone. They're very similar, but on camera you can't see the difference as much, but there is a pinker, slightly darker tone to the Chew color. And I like the combination. I've worn both of them together a lot. But what's funny is this little cap comes off. There is a thing there, so if you ever want to sample it in the store, you could probably do that. It is lighter than the actual lipstick color, so keep that in mind. If you're looking at this, it's maybe a quarter of a shade darker in the tube than it is on the end there. So I liked it. Hungry and Chew. So it's a time for a fail here. This is a big fail. Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze. They ain't kidding. It's invisible because when you swatch it, nothing comes out. It is the hardest. I don't know if it's just packed hard or what. Let me just, you can hear me, I'm doing this. And let me just show you. There's hardly anything to this. It blends out to nothing. And I'm not fish belly white, so you would think that I would get some kind of color out of this. It is so pale. I was just very, very unhappy. And I had great mirror, great packaging. I usually love these baked mineral type bronzers and blushes, but it just didn't work. So Bare Minerals, you failed me on this one. I think I'm going to take you back, actually. Speaking of Susan from Little Poet, she was talking about an LA Colors blush that she loved. And she said it lasted well. It reminded her of her favorite Benefit blush. And so she just loved it. So I thought I would try it. And it's been a while since I've tried an LA Colors blush. And of course you can find these in the fine establishments known as Dollar Trees. I was very surprised at the quality of this blush. It looks beautiful on. Let me just put it up here. It looks beautiful on. It's beautiful. And this color is called Spice. Spice from LA Colors. Very, very nice. See, I watch a lot of other YouTubers, and if they really love something and I've never tried it, I do go out, just like you do. You know, when I talk sometimes I think you go out and get stuff. I'd like to think you like it too, if I like it. I do hear about it when you don't. Yeah, I'll talk about something a little later about that. I was watching, I think it was Elle Leary, makeup artist Elle Leary. She loved this Swedish brand called IDUN, and it's spelled I-D-U-N, IDUN. You have to buy it online. It's kind of mediocre to expensive, and it's a Swedish line. It's cruelty-free. I think it's vegan as well, but it's supposed to be absolutely stunning makeup, and the way she fell apart with it, she just loved it. I couldn't wait to try it. So this is the IDUN Nordic Veil Correcting Long-Wearing Mineral Foundation. Beautiful packaging, and it came in a nice white box. It was just very fancy. I felt, you know, definitely it feels like quality. So this is the color I got. Saga is the name of the color. Saga. It's got a little apple on the top there. It's a little light for me, and it went right into every line, exaggerated every pore, and it's strongly perfumed. So I think they're natural oils that cause that perfumey smell, but you can see it did give a pretty finish, but I could see my pores. And in the lines, I had to keep patting out the lines, and it kept crawling right back into them. This did not work for me at all. It was awful. Absolutely awful. And Europe has a slightly different process with returns. They don't, like, just because you don't like it, they don't let you return it. So IDUN Foundation, the Nordic Veil, was a fail. And this is the hydrating formula. This is supposed to be the hydrating formula. It's shiny, but it's not very hydrating. And it just, if you have large pores, wrinkles, any kind of texture on your skin, it didn't work for me at all. And I'm really surprised because I trust Elle, you know, Elle Leary is her name, I think. Not so true with the blush. I loved the blush. This is gorgeous, and the blush color is called Havtorn. This is just, the packaging is gorgeous. Now this is a basic kind of peachy nude color. This reminds me a little of Tarte's Exposed. And since I'm boycotting Tarte this year, it's nice to find a sub for that. So this is Havtorn from IDUN. I-D-U-N, a Swedish line. My great-grandmother came over as an immigrant from Sweden, so and then she married an Irishman, so yeah, cool. What I loved actually is the Perfect Under Eye Light Concealer. Their concealer is good. I didn't like the foundation, but the concealer is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So it comes in a tube just like a lot of concealers do. And I like you can control the flow of how much comes out. But this is the concealer. This is the light shade. And if you are a medium skin person, this would be perfect for you. If you are very pale, this will be too dark for you. And this is the lightest shade. And it's light. But it does not migrate into the creases. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really gorgeous as a concealer. So that is the light concealer from IDUN. On my nails today, it's kind of an interesting color. This is the Out of Space Stories from Essence. You know, Essence polishes go on so pretty, but unfortunately they chip after about a half an hour. They chip, so you have to put a base coat on, 2 coats of the Essence, and then a top coat, or else your nails are gonna look like crap. I do a lot of work with files and papers and things like that, and I'm always taking using my nail as Swiss Army knife, trying to take stickers off of things. So yeah, this didn't work out very well, but I love this color. It's just so cool. Thought for the red, white, and blue day I'd have this too. It's kind of purpley blue. In the sunlight it looks so cool. So Out of Space, it's kind of a fail, but it's kind of cool. You just have to do a little extra work and then it looks pretty cool. And it's only like $2.29, so alright, another fail. Katy Kat eyeliner. This goes on like a piece of chalk. It's like liquid chalk. It goes on and just leaves all kinds of cracks where you don't have wrinkles. It creates them. And it has one side is a smudge brush and the other side is the actual eyeliner. And I was gonna use it, you know, like right in here and right in here, just to make a little extra va-va-voom. But it just, it looks too chalky, and I can see why they're putting these now in the Ocean State job lots and the discount stores, probably because of that reason. So, nope. I didn't like Katy Kat pretty much anything. Let's get into some eyeshadow palettes. Yay. In Ulta right now, they have this on sale. I think it's $8.99. This is the EYLURE in Vegas Nay Brow and Shadows. This is the Pro palette, and these are the shades. This is not white, it is a wax, a clear wax. The whole idea behind this is a duo function palette. And I've not seen eyeshadow palettes before from EYLURE. I've seen their brow powders. It's got a mirror there. And then you've got your wax for brows. And then you've got your brow colors. Plus a few other extra colors that, you know, you can mix and match to make perfect brows depending on what your own eyebrow color is. But the good thing about this is that they are all eyeshadows. And they are so pigmented. Absolutely, this is a wonderful palette. It's wonderful. So you can do your brows and you can do your eyes with the same palette. I like this a lot. I think it was really, really passed by. I don't know why I didn't see it before. I don't know why it's not popular, and I haven't seen other people discuss it. But it's the Brow and Shadow Palette. And at Ulta right now, it's on sale for $8.99, probably because nobody knew about it. I like it. I think it was excellent. Excellent quality. There's a lot of product in each of those pans. And you can use it with your eyebrows or your eyeshadows. This is great for travel. Great for travel. And it's heavy. It's got a heavy cardboard cover. Really, really nice. I got this because everybody else said it was wonderful. And I keep seeing people with 4 eye looks from this palette, 3 eye looks from this palette. I'm not as impressed with it as I thought I would be. And I've heard some people say that if you have most of the other Urban Decay palettes, you won't really find this all that impressive. Now, I like some of the shimmer colors a lot. What surprised me was that they don't really have a good matte base shade, and they don't really have a good crease color shade. And there's that pumpkin orange, which we had like way too much of last year. I mean, yeah. The purples are nice. The shimmers are nice. This peach is nice. Along the edge of the crease line is really pretty. Some of these colors look a little different on your eye than they look in the palette. I'm going to keep it because I like some of the colors, and I think in autumn time some of these colors are going to be really, really nice. Like this bronze and then this warm bronze, I think would be really pretty lining and stuff for that. The green was not as dark as I thought it would be. It comes off a little bit lighter, and it's almost a duochrome the way it looks on the eye. It doesn't look the same in the pan. I've been seeing everybody use this color a lot. Not one of my favorite colors. If I put it on at all, I'll put a little dot like in the middle, but I don't do a whole eye with that. And I've been seeing people do whole, like the whole lid or going up into the crease. I'm like, whoa. But you know, to each their own. Everybody has their own method. I'm kind of conservative with eyeshadow, even though I wear a lot. I'm sort of conservative about the colors. I think I could probably find a use for all of these colors, but the pumpkin maybe not so much. And this I would go easy on. So I think that it's kind of well balanced, except I like to have a crease color, a light matte, and a dark color that will serve as a nice corner shade. Now they have the black, the dark brown, so you know, I like it and I don't like it. I'm really on the fence about it. So it is a quality palette. I don't think that there's anything wrong with, like, you know, if they're powdery or they're fallout or whatever. There is a little bit of fallout, but it's not much. And I don't have the other Urban Decay palettes. I've had them in the past, but I've given them away because they're just boring to me or just didn't work for me. So the Born to Run palette is okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. Covergirl put out something quite clever. This is the Chocoholic palette. And yes, it does smell like chocolate a la Too Faced. Every single shade in here is excellent, except for this purpley glitter one. There's a lot of fallout with that, but all the other shades, you can do your light, your crease, and your dark shade there. You've got some shimmers in there to dress it up. I love this palette. The chocolate smell is subtle. It's not too bad. I don't like the peach smell. That one didn't go over well with me, but I like this, and I think they did a great job. They did a great job, except for this purpley shade. Let me just... Yeah, it actually swatches better than it looks. It just didn't hold up very well with me. But I don't want to diss the whole eyeshadow set because of that one color. All the other colors are excellent. Really, really nice. So the Covergirl Chocoholic is definitely a great start. If you don't have a lot of money, you can go into CVS and pick this up. Maybe use one of your extra bucks or coupons or something, because they're always having sales, and this is an excellent palette. They even give you some ideas, not great ones, but they give you some ideas on the back how to use the different colors here. I think it's a really good base palette, and if you're like stuck at the airport or something and they lost your luggage, you can run into like the local drugstore and pick this up, I think, and it will work fine for you. I watched Tara Babies. She's a young, beautiful girl. She's half Swedish and half Native American. And she has the most beautiful lips. So any lipstick she puts on looks gorgeous on her. And she tried this one on. This is from Maybelline, their new shiny. And the cover and the case is shiny as well. This is the new shiny line. This is the only shade that's light. all the rest of the shades. I think they have a light nudie color, and then they have this, and then all the other shades are dark. This is Undressed Pink. It looks gorgeous on her. It looks a little pinky on me, but it's quite nice. Undressed Pink. Very, very nice. The formula is really pretty. It is very shiny. You don't need any kind of a gloss over the top of it. Your lips just look very shiny. And it's not the frost kind of shiny. It's a shiny. Who talks like that? Shiny. Wasn't there a song in the 80s? Shiny. Yeah. Okay. Idun did have nice lipstick. Idun is that Swedish brand. This one is called Frida, and I got that because of Frida in ABBA. We just watched Mamma Mia the other day because we we're going to see the new one. I finally got Bud to watch Mamma Mia. He's going to hate me for saying that. And he said, "Oh, I hate this. This is awful. It's a musical." You know, and he was like, but he watched the whole thing, and I'd look over and he was smiling and laughing and everything else. So this is Idun lipstick, and the color is Frida. Frida was the redhead, I think. Yeah. Yep. Beautiful. This is a beautiful lipstick. That was one of the other things that they did really well in that company. I mean, the foundation disappointed me so much, but the other products were nice. So that's Frida from the IDUN company in Sweden, and you can find them online. IDUN. Yeah. They gave me a 10% off coupon because I gave a review. But they give it to you if you answer all the questions about each of the products that you bought. And then when you send it in, they automatically send you the 10%. I think if they read my comments, they wouldn't have given me the 10% coupon, but I'm not going to use it anyway. So, Lancome. This is the newest thing from Lancome. They came out with a series of these. These are the Absolute Lacquer. Les Absolute Lacquer. Lacquer? Yeah. I got Shine Manifesto number 323 because it looks so pretty online. When you see things online, they look so different in person. This is supposed to have the long-lasting effect of a stain, the consistency and opaqueness of a lipstick, and the shininess of a gloss. So I couldn't wait to try it, and it is not disappointing. Really, really pretty. This is number 323, and it does. It lasts all day, no transfer, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I would probably get another color in this as well. This is a nice summer color, pretty pink. And that is Manifesto. I'm just going to wipe this now because it will stain. It's hard to get off, and then I look like I have some kind of disease. Yeah. Okay. Do you walk out of Sephora like this with all the swatches on? I was watching Beth. 50 Plus Beauty is her channel, and she's a character. She's really funny. She's really nice behind the scenes. I've talked to her on the phone. We've emailed back and forth. She's a very nice person, very real. This is the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish from Physicians Formula, and she had several of them there, and she was wearing them, and this is the one she was wearing when she started the video, and I just thought it was stunningly beautiful. This is called Bear With Me, and this is a nude. Really pretty. Physicians Formula was developed by an actual physician, and all of the ingredients in Physicians Formula products are supposed to be healthy for you, actually. I do like this. Very, very nice. I tend to not go so much with matte lipsticks. When this dries down, it does go a little on the matte side, and then I put something shiny over the top. But very nice. This is Bear With Me from Physicians Formula. So Wet n Wild had their summer display out with all those shiny highlighters and blushes, things like that. And I thought I would pick up one of their lip things. This is Dahlian Love, I think is the name of this shade. It looks very, very pretty. Let me just put this on here. It's sort of a sheer wash of color. Very nice. You can see it next door to the velvet finish one. See, there's quite a difference in it when you put it on. You get an instant shine. You have to let it set a little bit, and you're ready to go. And it will last for quite a while. Essence, I think I bought this twice. I bought this twice and didn't like it. This is the Halo Wow. Holo Wow, as in holographic. They think it's holographic. When you put it on, it looks orange, but when you put it on, it goes on very pink. It's a very pinky blue effect. I was surprised because it looked orange in the tube, and it looks orange here, but the pink is the strong point here in this. So if you have like a really kind of orangey color and you want to turn it pink for a different outfit maybe, or you're wearing purple or lilac, this is a really nice way to transform another color. So I'm not sure I'd wear it on its own. CYO. This was the company that I didn't like their powder products, but I love the foundation. I also love the lip gloss. This was really nice. This particular shade is called Dial 911. It's a beautiful red. And it's a warm red that's very wearable. And I thought they did a really good job with this lip product. It's just very, very pretty. It's a shiny red gloss, but it's opaque enough that you can wear it on its own. Really, really pretty, from CYO. And you can get that on their own website. They have Walgreens stores. Some stores, I think it's the flagship stores for each state will have it. I think there's only one. I think it's in West Hartford or something for CYO in the store. You have to get it offline. You can return them to a Walgreens store, and I am doing that. But yeah, you have to buy them online. So Dial 911, very, very pretty red. Speaking of Walgreens, in their makeup brush section, they've got a whole new series of brushes. They're dual-ended, and they run $3.99. I did use them for my shadows tonight. It's the only time my brushes are dirty is if I've used them just before filming. But it's a dual-ended. You get a flat, basic eyeshadow brush on one end, and you get a crease brush on the other. This is excellent. I think it's $3.99. Really, really nice. Now, I haven't had an opportunity to wash this yet. I will let you know, because I wash my brushes after every use. And I just work it into my morning routine. And I'll have my coffee, go in, wash my brushes, get them drying, put the makeup on, watch videos, go to work. So this is the eyeshadow brush, duo-ended. So look for that in the Walgreens. It is new. I really like that. First one is IDUN. It went on nicely. It gave me a nice, subtle, very separated lash look mascara. Then it was really hot out, and from blinking and everything, I had all little dings up on the upper part of my lid, and that's a big fail for me with mascaras. They have to be able to survive sweat, heat, water, and not melt. And unfortunately, it melted. But really, really nice general look that it went on with first. This is the Revlon Mega Multiplier Volumizing Mascara. I thought this was going to be fabulous because they have a whole bunch of mascaras, and this was the one that was supposed to give you the big old hunky-dory lashes. Well, it gives you those 5 lashes. You know how it clumps them all together like little triangles? And you've got like 5 of them. It had potential. I liked the brush. It was easy to put on, and then all my lashes went together in clumps. And it just, the 5 lash thing, they just look like this. It was not good. I like separated lashes that are long and thick. These just clump together. And in the heat, it didn't work out. It's going back to the store. I'm taking it back. Now to Wow Mascara. I like their double-decker mascara a lot, so I thought I would try the Wow mascara because it's fairly new for them. Not as impressed with this. The brush is unusual. It's flat on one side, it's bristly on the other. It's okay. Get a little bit of dings in the heat, not as bad, but you do get a nice big full lash out of this. So it's a little better than the other failures, but it's not quite the greatest. It's something in a pinch. If somebody gives it to you as a gift, don't be angry. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Not crazy about it. I bought the full-size Kush mascara because I loved the sample I got, the sample size, the travel size of Kush. And there was only one person who said they didn't like it, but she was like, how could you like it? It's so messy, I couldn't get it to do it. And it is a wet formula. It's a wet formula. It's got cannabis oil in it, which is apparently quite healing. It's got a lot of medicinal properties. Gives you really huge lashes, huge. But you have to be really careful putting it on. And what I have to do after any mascara anyway is I have to take a Q-tip, or cotton bud as you call it in the UK, and I have to kind of clean up every time I put this stuff on. So yeah, it is a little bit messy, but it makes a great lash. Heat, humidity, nothing seems to bother it. It's fabulous. It's wonderful. So this is the Kush mascara. Gives you the biggest lashes right now. This is my favorite mascara of all. And it's rivaling my first order, which isn't made anymore. Tati was using this device, and it looks like an eyelash curler, but it's missing like one of the things. And you're like, how do you use this thing? And it's like, it's supposed to be for your false lashes. You're supposed to press down, and it holds your false lash to, oh, it just pulled mine off. Case in point, I have not had any, I don't know why she loves this, because I can't get it to do anything. All it does is the lashes stick to it, and when I pull it off, the lashes come off with it. So I don't get it. You're supposed to be able to, when you set the lash down, put this over the top and it clamps them together. No, it doesn't work for me. Other people seem to like it, and maybe I just haven't mastered it, but I thought I knew what I was doing with these things. Yeah, lash, fuse, and curl. So it fuses your lash. Let me try it on the other side where I still have a lash. You curl your lashes together, and you know, when it works nicely, but it just took my lashes right off of that eye. So now I'll take the other one off. Bud'll be swatting this thinking it's a spider. They've fallen on the floor before, and he's stepped on them. So that pretty much does it for my makeup edition of Faves and Flops, and I hope all of you are going to have a wonderful and safe 4th of July celebration. So we're going to have our big 4th of July picnic on the 12th rather than on the 4th, so we're getting the house ready for that, and we're trying to decide the food and how many chairs to get and what kind of games we're going to have, and like maybe 10 to 15 people coming, I don't know, but that's what we're going to do. We're going to celebrate a little bit late, but it's nice. I have the day off from work, so I may actually do my non-makeup products Faves and Flops of June. It'll be fun for you. There's some interesting things. And I hope all of you are having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.